With his newest anti-Iranian rant, Netanyahu wanted to impress another braggart of reality TV, President Donald Trump. This time, Netanyahu got professional, speaking in English, using slides and pictures, not cartoons like in the United Nations where he had ridiculed himself. He even exposed two monuments, one showing shelves full of folders apparently containing documents about Iran's secret nuclear program. Perhaps these files were just for decoration. He avoided revealing its contents. At least, it was a stagey performance that could only impress bimbos. Netanyahu missed his job. He should have been a bingo caller. He is the most untrustworthy politician, and liar, like former French President Nicolas Sarkozy once said to President Obama at the G20 meeting in Cannes, "I can't stand him. He's a liar." Netanyahu behaves like a boy having called wolf for more than 2 decades. What Netanyahu said about the Iranian nuclear program was chestnut. Since the mid-1990s he is repeating this worn-out stuff like a mantra. He didn't present a single new argument, but for Donald Trump, it will be enough evidence to ultimately scarp the nuclear deal, what he wanted to do from day one of his presidency. The last person in his administration, Defense Secretary James Mattis, still sticks to reality and has declared many times that the Iranian government upholds its obligations. Since Trump kicked out the last moderate members of his cabinet, the U.S. embarked on a course of a war. John Bolton and Mike Pompeo, two right-wing conservatives, and warhawks do everything to eat out of the Israeli and Saudi hand. The fancy Nikki Haley should not be forgotten in this triumvirate. Pompeo just visited both countries. Coincidentally, the Israeli aggression against Syrian military installations took place. That the Saudi Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, inspired Pompeo and Trump on their aggressive stance towards Iran should not surprise anybody. Both countries would like to drag the U.S. into another Middle Eastern war to spill American blood for two rogue regimes. Hopefully, the other signatory states don't take the bait and stick to their words. U.S. walks off the nuclear deal, it will lose its last credibility as an observant partner. For the upcoming negotiations with North Korea, it should raise red flags for Kim Jong-un. Trump National Security Advisor, John Bolton, suggested that the solution could be along the Libyan model, which is even more alarming. Kim knows what happened to Saddam Hussein and Muammar al-Gaddafi. Both did not have nuclear weapons. It would be a big mistake if North Korea would denuclearize without insisting on a total withdrawal of American occupation troops from South Korea and Japan. Under Trump's presidency, America's word is not worth a continental. American unreliability also holds true in respect to Syria. A few weeks ago, Trump declared that the U.S. would pull out of Syria. Secretary Mattis, military brass, and right-wing pundits contradicted him. Finally, the U.S. stays as an occupation force in Syria and supplies weapons to terrorist groups in their occupation zone that borders Iraq and Jordan, where they have 2 military bases. Besides that, the Trump administration supplies Ukraine with anti-tank missiles. President Putin should no longer ignore the writing on the wall. The U.S., Israel, the Western vassal states, such as the UK and France, plus the Saudi regime are planning to get ready for regime change in Syria to install a Western puppet regime that kisses up to the Netanyahu regime. To preserve his influence in Syria and parts of the Middle East, Putin should supply Syria with the SS-300 and Iran with the SS-400 anti-missile systems. Why should these countries be at the mercy of an aggressive Zionist and American regime that violates and despises international law on a regular basis? What Netanyahu didn't achieve with President Obama seems more than likely under the Trump presidency, to drag the United States of America into another major war for the sake of Israel. Instead of bragging about Iran's non-existent nuclear arsenal, the U.S., the European states, and the IAEA should demand the inspection of Israel's substantial atomic weapons stockpile and its massive stock of biochemical weapons. The world should no longer accept to be jerked around by Netanyahu. Watch Netanyahu's stagey performance.